mengenai ini apa ya? Ya, saya kira bukan ya. Ya, lebih. Ya, betul bahwa kita memang ada masalah ya, ada masalah di kalangan masyarakat kita, karena kita kepedulian kita terhadap orang lain, keinginan kita untuk menolong orang lain, karena biasanya mungkin kita harus berpikir panjang untuk menolong itu apakah memang kita apa yang akan kita peroleh dari menolong, itu kan biasanya itu yang kita pikirkan oleh kita. Nah, betul tadi bahwa kebaikan itu adalah dan yang istimewa juga diharapkan kita bisa mengasah nilai untuk menyebabkan nilai itu dengan cara kita mengajarkan atau menyampaikannya kepada teman kita, kepada keluarga kita, kepada masyarakat kita. Oke, tepuk tangan. Jadi istilahnya mungkin baik dan membaikkan. Bagaimana baik kita berbuat baik dan bagaimana kita membaikkan orang lain dan begitu seterusnya dan akan kembali lagi pada itu kan Pak Bu Desi. Ya barangkali di luar sana ada yang orang-orang yang bikin kerusuhan, Pak mengerjakan kepada semacam dan kita di sini sedang membangun perdamaian itu. Barangkali kalau satu orang kita bisa merangkul satu orang, kemudian dia merangkul lagi, insya Allah kebaikan itu akan berubah bagi orang. Oke ya. Nanti masih ada video lagi untuk kita sharing dengan hikmahnya, tapi berhubung waktu sudah di 8, kita lanjut. Kita lanjut ke acara ini ada sosialisasi launching sosial media one-on-one friendship.com. Dan kemudian saya serahkan kepada Bu. Nah, mungkin silakan Bu.
Good evening. Would you like to stand up? Yeah. Maybe you need to stretch a little bit. Yeah? After you need to stretch yourself. If it is necessary, each other's back. How do you feel? How do you feel? Do you feel this? Yes? Well, I'm very honored to be here today with all of you. This is our few events. Yes, please have a seat. If you like to be gone, stay up, I don't care. I'm very lucky to have friends like many of you here, especially Pak Irfan Amali and Ibu Nur. It started with a very casual conversation about this event, and Irfan was kind of like jumping into the opportunity and saying like, well, I think we got this event, and we could share the event, and you could share your program with us. And Noor was like my old soulmate. When I met her, she makes me very, very comfortable. For that reason, I call the movement is one-on-one friendship. Because in my opinion, we live around friends, right? How many friends do you have? A lot of them? 600? So when you think about friends, you are thinking with Facebook, right? Yes? Yes? Yes or no? I don't hear from other side of the room. When you think about friends, do you think about Facebook? Yes? 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 Yes. No, I think this all very sleepy. I can tell. training day. So I'm very lucky to speak my language, English, for this opportunity. However, if you like, I could invite you to translate for me. So I'm not going to speak in English in Bahasa, but I'll just invite you to translate for me. Are you ready? Yeah. Yes. Okay. My name is Etin Anwar. A lot of people call me Bunda Etin, and I feel honored to be Bunda. This is my adopted child.
Halo.
Ya, halo,
English,
kondisi.
but tidak
Ya,
to university.
saya dengar.
Okay, how many of you have graduated from university?
Halo.
When you graduated from the university, did you speak good English? No? Some? Little bit, a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a different question. How many calls of TOEFL do you have when you graduated? 5? 460, lucky you. I wasn't really enough to that one. Well, you could repeat what I'm going to say now, or you could translate for me. When I graduated from UIN, hello UIN? Okay, many of you from UIN, yeah? When I graduated from UIN, I didn't speak in English, at all. Okay, is anyone going to translate for me? When I graduated from UIN, I didn't speak in English. Well, I think this is very common. English. I graduated from cooperative. Do you know cooperative? Then after I graduated, I went to sometimes you apply for jobs here and there. I graduated. I believe that if you are hard, if you are putting effort into what you want to do in your life, you are going to. Lucky in the last I don't know 20 years. For my mind, I also went to the United States for my thesis. Initially, I graduated then you are from Surabaya, right? I studied Sufism. I'm a scholar of Sufism. I also teach Sufism. And then eventually, I studied in the U.S. My major is comparative art. My major is philosophy, interpretation, and culture. That was my major. I graduated almost 12 years ago, long time ago from US. My career at UIN as a teacher, but then finally US. Um, with this background, I'm not trying to brag about my past and my life today, right? My point is that I started from zero, becoming a professor in the United States. So this is possible. This is possible. I'm standing in front of you with all my humble background. But at the same time, it is possible. It is possible. I see so many eyes, so many young generations here. If you have zero English today, okay, did you do your TOEFL today? How do you feel? Are you confident? The result? Yes. I feel very privileged to right now to share my past. At the same time, to share with all of you the big Asia that I see in the future. So I may not see it now, but maybe in the future. Let me give you some. You could take this from me. Let me give you some overview about some educational rates that we have here in Indonesia. Out of so many universities, this is very characteristic. Out of so many universities in Indonesia, only three universities have the highest rate. We have and and do you know the rank? 600. Okay. That 600 is a mistake. We need to be on the right. And do you know the rank for Queen Sujati? 7,000. So the university in Indonesia ranges from 1,000 to 22,000. And 2015, we are going to have Asian communities. What happens is that according to Boston consulting, by 12 Indonesian companies will have difficulties still at the demand. Jadi ranking kita itu paling kesananya itu antara 7.000. Itu ini generasinya anak-anak kita yang karena menurut Boston consulting company, anak Indonesia itu nggak ready walaupun hanya untuk entry level. Nah, national companies, international companies, where are they going to hire? They go abroad. They go to Singapore, Malaysia, Vietnam. Vietnam is competing right now, and many others. And transnational companies also go to universities in the US and other places with Indonesian students. Jadi ini teman-teman yang sekolahnya executive ya, kita nggak akan bisa compete. I'm sorry. And I think it is our job to make it better. Jadi saya kalau berpikir mahasiswa dan siswa, I think about global competitiveness. Karena di Amerika, saya jadi dosen itu, we are thinking about preparing them to be competitive in the world, not just in the US. Jadi kita ngajarin anak-anak itu I started a movement called one-on-one friendship. The reason why it is one-on-one friendship because sometimes friends are very important. Teman kita lah yang akan bilang ya kita berdua yuk,
Oh,
kita khusus bahasa Inggris, something like that. And then it's going to be is it the other way around? Okay, let's start with the video that we have made about one-on-one friendship. Well, let me tell you something about myself. I like to learn something new, so I just started to learn already. I actually met Yogi. Yogi has been our video editor. So thank you. I'll give you an overview about one-on-one friendship. I hope this will generate questions afterwards. So it starts with my dream of how to be part of the future. I could imagine the generation of hardworking individuals, a generation that work together. And I think, of course, as Indonesians, we is of course very but I think it's the future. The application is with robot and mythologies. It's one-on-one friendship. It is originally from a next week. This is the kind of question we make in the future. Generation and women. Voluntary collaboration, objective, awareness, trust, excellence, friendship. technology, the generation different kind of mindset. At this point in our connection, solution, and interaction, but I think we are going to change that. And I'm so pleased to make trying to provide network. I don't know what you do with your Facebook. You are developing your narcissist self. Yeah? Sorry, wonderful. We are very lucky that we are, we need to move forward from just networking with other people into a new level of conversation and collaboration. So one of the achieved saya meaning else is for me that and help other. And I'm glad to be part of this generation because this generation still provides a platform about how to work collaboratively. Um, Originally, as I told you earlier, one-on-one friendship was founded by two educators from Indonesia. The founders are myself and Dr. Kapali. Both founders care about social justice issues. We both are very privileged in terms of opportunities. We are able to study abroad, and to teach abroad. And every time I went to different places, I go to different places in Indonesia, I would ask, young students, if they would be able to go abroad, everybody would raise their hand. However, lots of times they don't understand how. And our website is going to empower any individual with the dream, but also the ability to execute. However, we don't give you money, we don't give you what else? Building, we don't give you anything but the spirit and also the opportunity to work. Our mission is to promote social justice and provide a network. It is in the I'm going to just move on very quickly. Next week, our goal also in your what is it called flyer, bridging friendship and collaboration with individuals and making locally and globally. I think it is very important for me to say about making impact. As a teacher with a career in the US, I think it is a big deal to say that we are going to make impact. And I hope that you are going to, when you come back to your villages, I need someone from villages, to your cities, to your schools, all of you will share with your students the dream that they can achieve what I have achieved in my life. And they are luckier because lots of scholarship nowadays from the government and also from other places. Next is core program, networking, academic excellence, education and engagement. Next, this is what we do, but not all. However, I'll give you an overview of what we are doing. Next, please. In the US, so the first club was started in the US, and it was a very inspiring conversation. Saya ngajar kelas itu tasawuf ya. Ada satu mahasiswa yang sangat tertarik sama Islam, terus datang, kita jumpa biasa di sana dengan mahasiswa sampai juga dengan sini. Terus dia bilang, Profesor, Islam is beautiful, Islam agama yang sangat indah. Karena saya ngajarnya tasawuf, kita berbicara mengenai inner spirit ya. we are talking about inside us and outside us. Everything else is artificial. And the girl in the middle is Ari, and she basically suggested to me that we started a club. So initially it was only a movement, but now it is with clubs, some students, and then some students that some also started a club. In Indonesia, we have started some clubs, and we are looking forward to have more. Next, please. Um, at Win, of course, I want to give back to it first before anything else. Smart Excellencia, Pesantren Cipasung, Al-Jihad, SMA Columbia, Bina Mandiri. Mengapa target saya pesantren ya? Saya juga dulu santri. Anak-anak santri itu pintar-pintar, tapi mereka kurang resources, kurang mimpi juga. Mengapa? Karena exposure santri biasanya ke santri-santri yang dulunya belajar di situ, gitu ya. Jarang mereka keluar dari lingkungan itu. Gitu. Jadi kalau kata bahasa Sunda mah guru masuk saya. Dengan apa sih manfaat menjadi member one on one? Ada semuanya tertulis di apa namanya di flyer. Akan tetapi secara umum kita ingin membentuk generasi yang bisa promote awareness dan leadership social justice, network, powering life skills, mentoring online. Jadi begini, kita nanti ada klub ya, klub lokal. Klub lokal itu kemudian dicarikan mentornya dari luar negeri. Nah nanti mentoringnya itu pakai Skype atau Google Hangout. Kita juga mengajak teman-teman untuk advertise event, kemudian streaming event, sharing fotos. Kita sebagaimana sosial media yang lainnya sama, Facebook. Akan tetapi kita lebih dalam artian we will educate and also we are going to engage. Dan spirit untuk engagement itu sangat besar sekali. Kita akan berjumpa hari ini dengan Desi. Ya. Ibu Desi itu sekolahnya di Inggris beberapa belas tahun. Sekarang dia profesor di Belanda. Beliau juga direktur IPOR ya. IPOR itu Ikatan Ilmuwan Indonesia Internasional. Kita dulu mulainya 2009. Jadi ini usaha yang koheren antara beberapa orang yang lama di luar negeri dan ingin mengabdi ke tanah air. Misalnya selalu sekali gitu. Kalau kita bilang kita punya program ini, what can I do? Jadi they are really wanting to help us out. Mereka tuh pengen in touch sama anak-anak SMA, anak-anak pesantren. Di samping itu kita juga ada klub-klub online yang mentor-mentornya di luar negeri. Karena English grammar kita cari yang memang native speaker English. EFT English for Academic Purposes itu juga mentornya di luar. Writing 101, basic writing itu juga mentor. Kalau mahasiswa sama siswa tuh gagap gitu ya, begitu masuk ke one-on-one tuh apa gitu ya. Karena kita terkadang ada disconnect antara SMA dengan universitas. Jadi kita tuh nggak jelas kemananya itu. Next please. Ini udah ada ya di dalam itu next. Ini juga udah ada. Next. Nah ini yang virtual club, engage teaching and learning. Kalau Anda guru, barangkali Anda bisa sign up untuk club ini. Jadi Pak Dwi ini sekarang lagi S3, memang expert di dalam education, di dalam engage learning. Jadi engage learning berbeda dengan pelajaran-pelajaran biasa ya. Ini lebih pada kurikulum 2014. Engage learning itu artinya kita membawa siswa untuk lebih kreatif, lebih reflektif, dan juga lebih cerdas dalam belajar. Jadi bukan hanya kalau dulu makan kita memberi ya. Sekarang itu siswanya yang belajar. Jadi kita terus membangun virtual club. Ada health. Kalau ibu-ibu ini bapak-bapak punya penyakit bisa diskusi langsung dengan dokter yang memang dia seorang medical doctor. Kalau education dengan education. Kalau bahasa Inggris dan bahasa Inggris. Saya sekarang merintis sebuah klub namanya Ask the Professor. Tapi saya hanya fasilitas. Saya pengen anak-anak Indonesia bertanya gitu, nanti kita carikan profesornya. Karena kadang-kadang inspiration comes from every direction ya. It doesn't have to come I'm inspired already by being here at this generation, by meeting Pak Irfan and Pak Ai and many of you. And I think that is our job to inspire and add a new aspiration for your generation. So hopefully you are going home with with the spirit of one friendship, and we could move forward together. The next will be an interview with Ibu Desi. We are preparing for this question.
Hello.
Yes, bro. Hello?
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Bu Desi.
Hello, Bunda Etin. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Alhamdulillah. Sorry, I can't.
Can you see all of us, Bu Dewi?
I think so. Yeah. I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody is just cheering up. The gentleman with the green T-shirt. Hello.
Okay.
It's a bit blurred, to be honest with you, but I think I can see your shadows if you like.
Okay. Bu Desi, we are with a lot of audiences from Facebook. Years of movement in Indonesia that teach about peace and peacemaking, about peace and peacemaking. And I was arguing with Noor yesterday. No peace, no justice. And I think we are complementary to each other because we are a justice movement and our friends here are from a peace movement, justice and peace. Yeah. So thank you. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
About my what? Sorry?
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh, right, about myself.
Yourself.
Right,
Yourself,
okay.
yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, please.
Right, okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Right, good evening, Indonesia, and good afternoon in Europe. My name is Jessie. I just want to make sure that can you hear me clearly? Great, excellent, excellent. Right, okay. Well, talking about myself, over the last 10 years, I was living still back and forth. I've been living in the UK. Did my job at Newcastle University, and why all of you smiling? Right, okay, may I continue? So basically, if you like my English, sort of a British English, but it doesn't matter, when it comes to academic, as long as you can follow which one is suitable with you, so it's fine. Right, so my background basically is business and management, also economy. So I'm an economic geographer. I'm also a fellow of Regional Studies Association back in the UK, based in London. And at the moment, I've got Amanah, if you like, to be the president of I4 for the next 2 years. And at the moment, I've moved from England to the Netherlands. So I got married at the Dutch academics. So there we go. As a wife, I have to follow my husband. And I said to Bunda Etin that I would like to help young people in Indonesia beside my engagement in I4 and other social enterprises. And I think I said this sounds a bit funny. Bunda Etin, I like to engage with something berbau bahasa Inggris. And Bunda Etin was sort of confused. .com, if you like. What do you mean? Right, okay, why don't we create something related to English for academic purpose, because I think I could, mentor your students back in Indonesia And I think that might be a good transfer of knowledge, because I know that from my heart, being living in the UK, been struggling with English, and now I've been struggling with the other language, which is Dutch. So yeah, I hope that we can be a good partner. And also I have suggested some friends and alumni from the UK to help out this one-to-one friendship. And some of them, they are female, so I think we need to bring out the semangat Kartini, I think. Okay, I think that's all from me.
Bu Desti, a lot of students do not understand about EAP. So could you tell us a little bit about EAP and why it is important? Thank you.
Right, okay. Let's get down to the business, shall we? Okay. English for academic purpose. I'm sure that you've been hearing a lot of English for business or English for conversation, but particularly for this, sort of my pro bono activity, I like to emphasize on the importance of English for academic. What does it mean by that? Basically, English that we use for the academic context and beyond that. I mean, not just university per se, but also the life after university. Because I believe that if you can handle a good English in your daily activity as a student, as an academic, or whatever you are doing, I think the respect and also the the benefit, either financial or others, will be much bigger. So therefore, English for academic purpose, particularly for this program, I divided into 4 domains. Still, you are dealing with writing. This is, well, to be honest with you, most of the students, when I talk, okay guys, now we have to deal with the writing. Yeah, right, boring, blah, blah, blah. No, that's wrong, because believe me, and I'm sure you can ask this to Buddha Atin herself, and the importance of writing is very, very crucial, particularly if you want to have a career internationally, not just based on your conversation, but also your writing skill. So I want you to be able to use your academic writing in a proper manner, if you like, okay? So you'll be, for writing, you'll be dealing with, particularly if you are now at the senior high school, and I will be helping you with basically, just first, I want you to get the idea of how English is used as an academic writing, okay? And then later on, gradually, I will help you how to make a research proposal, conference, step by step to be the undergrad level. Undergrad, basically, that's the use of English in the UK. We call undergrad, whereby in American system, I think, or in continental system, they call it bachelor program atau S1. Okay. So itu untuk for the writing. So I want you to be able, to use English as your writing habit. And why this is important? Because basically, most of the Indonesian academics, if they haven't got any ability to write in a good and proper academic English, they cannot publish their papers in international journal. And that is the bedrock of the problem of Indonesian academic. I'm not saying for those who are in overseas, but for the lecturers or docent who are still based in Indonesia, even for the Southeast Asia level, we are far behind Malaysia, Singapore, or even Thailand. It's a big shame. So I want you to get the grips of this, okay? That's writing. The second one, the second domain that I want you to concentrate is particularly speaking. It's not just daily conversation. Of course, it's still going to be fun. I'm not going to drill you like, okay, guys, you have to talk to me like this. No, of course not. But I want you, to really understand what you are talking about. It's not just talking nonsense, if you like, but it really focus speaking, and particularly if you are using a formal language. So you will be able to use your English for the formal forum, such as conference, seminar, or even your business future meetings, if you like. You never know what path will you be in. And that's for speaking, okay? So this is beyond just, talking with your buddies, if you like. The third domain basically is reading. Aha. Why reading is important? Reading is important because bear in mind, if you are choosing the path to study overseas or even just in Indonesia, I'm sure you've got the international class, okay? So you must be able to deal with English context for the textbook, you know, for all the information. And bear in mind, 80% of English has been used for any kind of varieties, for business, for trading, for science, for anything. So therefore, most of the scientific information that you will get from, and that's the source of academic info, if you like, it's going to be in English, okay? And I think it's going to be easy for you to understand English for the academic purpose. You can start by reading a newspaper, just as, you know, a soft skill reading in easy material. That's fine, that's a good start. But later, I will give you a real text, you know, text or any kind of material from, well, let's say from business, economic, or other disciplines, and it's all going to be in English, okay? Let's continue with the last domain, which is, hang on, reading, listening. Listening, why do you think it's important? Bear in mind, guys, listening skills, okay? Hopefully, some of you, and perhaps all of you, will go to overseas to get the flavor of international education. So perhaps, you know, perhaps your university could invite somebody or, you know, guest lecturer from overseas. And what is the language? Definitely English, you know. So therefore, as an audience, like what you are doing now, you are listening to me in English. Ask yourself how much information you could gather, you could absorb by this conversation. Particularly now we've got, you know, virtual communication like this. Sometimes you've got disturbance from, you know, technology. So ask yourself how good is your listening skill. And what I mean by listening skill is not just passive listening. And this is the thing I've been seeing a lot in our DPR, if you like, okay? No, but I want you to have an active listening skill, whereby you listen to the speakers, but after that, you can also give your response, give your feedback. Right, okay, I think that's a good suggestion, for example. However, I don't think this is quite right because blah, blah, blah. So there we go. So we could create sort of a good debate about certain subjects. And that's what I call as an active listening, okay? I think I've explained 4 domains that I would like to conduct in our virtual club. And hopefully, step by step, you know, stap voor stap, that's in Netherlands, okay? Hopefully, we could be better. Because I don't know the backgrounds of my members in this virtual club, if you like. It's better for me to understand, all right, okay, that is your English level for the time being. Okay, so how can we go further, and so on and so forth. But bear in mind, what I mean by English for academic purpose, it is very good preparation for you if you want to take either IELTS, you know IELTS, right? I'm sure you've got the idea of what does it mean by IELTS. That's fine, excellent, everybody hands up, good, that's a good sign. And or you could TOEFL, yeah? Yay!
Thank you, Bu Esi. Thank you. They will join your group. Thank you.
Bye.
Ada yang mau tanya? Berapa persen lulus barusan? Berapa persen? Dari 100 berapa? 10? Lebih? 20? Naik lagi. 40? 30? Jadi begini, kalau ada murid yang harus di mereka akan go-on aja memulai juga murid. Mereka akan go-on aja ngomong ya mau mereka. Jadi apa namanya, mentor kita tuh kayak gitu. Biasanya yang nggak kuasa audiens. Iya, ada. Ya, barangkali barangkali apa namanya itu apa namanya overview ya atau salah progres saya tujuannya. Kalau ada pertanyaan saya ketik ya saya ya iyalah orang yang salah kita bertanya makan apa ya apa kabar nama siapa kita tuh bertanya terus kita human being kalau nggak bertanya human being jelas tinggi apa ya iya sama nih learning and bla 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 dari itu